Welcome back to another episode of Dutch Guy's Garage. In this episode, we're going to be talking about our new upcoming project. It's not new to me, but it's new to the channel. Three-wheelers. That's not it. This winter's project, we are going to be working on our 1977 Dodge Aspen Sport Coupe.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. Life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards a grave.
What do you say we get thrown out of an Applebee's?
This is my first Aspen I had, and it's been sitting for far too long. It's been sitting since before I was born, so it's time to shine. I think it's going to be this year. So we've had many parts accumulated for this car, so it's time to get them out of the mezzanine and onto the car. So for those that don't know, Sport Coupe is a real thing. So let's take a second and talk about exactly what that is, because not a lot of people know these days what a Sport Coupe was. So you can't tell in its current state, but once upon a time this car was originally a Sport Coupe, a two-tone, light blue, dark blue car. And what the Sport Coupe was, gold keystones, you can tell by our dealership memorabilia, but this is a Sport Coupe. See how this one is a little bit like a butterscotch, and then a yellow, and I think there was 8 different color variations, but this one's black and silver. There was also the Lorry version, which they called the Fun Runner, which is what you see here. But again, same thing, two-tone. This one's silver and red. They did have the different color on the hood as well. This is the Fun Runner version. So it was a little bit upgraded package, and they gave you a two-tone paint. Did not give you the option for any form of vinyl roof. You just had two-tone paint, and you could get slant 6, 318, 360, any form of options that you'd want with this car. So originally when I got this car, it was all one shade of blue, and I was told it was a 77 Aspen RT. And being in my youth, I didn't know much, didn't know how to decode a fender tag. I just seen it's got 77 taillights, 76 taillights, and it's not a Premier. And it had the fender flares. It did not have a front spoiler, but we do have a front spoiler for it now. And it had the old super stock, Chrysler hood scoop, which was cool, a nice add-on. And this car ended up getting it home. It was not an Aspen RT. And we started diving into it more and sanding on it and finding out that it was originally a two-tone. And it's a Sport Coupe. And there's not that many Sport Coupes that still live nowadays, but this is ours. And this car was passed around from a lot of people. I think I'm like the 18th or 17th owner, but it passed around a whole group of friends in Ohio. And it had everything from a 440 to a slant 6 in it. So it has the monetary value of kind of like a bent nickel. So it's had Canadian quarters put on it at one point. Those are actually flatter than our standard quarters. So the fiberglass reproduction fender flares don't like to fit it so well without modifying, but it's a fairly honest car. It's got a little bit of bubblage happen down there in the quarters and the rockers, and then it's got a little pinhole on that. Besides that, it just needs a floor pan and a frame rail, just like all other F-bodies do. Always need a frame rail. So, looks like our window came a little unlaminated, but this car's been a dream of mine for many years. And I need to do something with it. Either need to do something with it or get rid of it. And I don't want to get rid of it because no one else will ever build it, so I might as well be the guy that builds it. Because me and this car have been together for almost 10 years now. So it's time. It is time So the plan for this winter is to basically fix this thing. So we're going to be going over factory. We're putting factory floor pans back in this thing. How to do floor pans. We're going to be doing frame rail replacement the way I do it, which is not necessarily the same way that everyone does it, but I'm going to show you the way that I do it. I've been successful for way too many cars now. Done way too many frame rails. So this car, just like the rest of them, is going to get M-body frame rails because 10-year newer steel, might as well use it. And yeah, this is going to be our new road race car because I've come to the fine determination that I cannot push the Super Coupe the way it needs to be pushed and feel good about it. Because if you wreck it, that's just one less Super Coupe. And when you're talking about a car they only made 531 of, it doesn't sit well with me. So that's where old Blue, the Sport Coupe, comes in. So this car is going to be getting a roll cage and a modern Hemi, and I'm probably thinking like a T56 because that sounds good in my brain. So it is going to keep the Super Coupe fender flares and all that stuff, but it's going to be entirely custom. The goal is to tuck 18 by 14 inch wheels on all four corners. So first step is going to be just getting it solid. Get it solid so we have a viable base to work off of so we can really make the pinnacle Aspen road race car. So probably need to start with getting all the crap out of the interior, and I'll show you guys just how rough this thing is in person. So let's get to that. Alright, we're back. It's not 100% cleaned out, but I gotta get some more totes. I didn't realize how much crap was in here, and that's kind of what happens when you get empty project cars. After a while, they just end up storing crap. But I went through it, and there's some good crap in there. But as you can see, we have a new floor pan. It's sitting in there. It's actually one we got from Arizona Jim. If you're an old F-body guy, you always remember Deconstructor Jim. Unfortunately, he passed last year, but there's a good Arizona floor pan. Because if you move this floor pan, let's see if I can do this one-handed. You can see our main issue. We're missing some stuff, especially down that area. It's got Bluetooth frame railage, so it's got some progressive firewall rot. I got a firewall for it. I also got from Jim, the same car. So we're gonna dissect all this junk. It's paper thin. And I got a new transmission cross member too. I found that in the trunk. I didn't know I needed that, but past me must have knew I needed it because it's in the trunk along with the firewall. So the other issue we're gonna have with this car is A-pillar. A-pillar's pretty gone up in there, and past me got one of those too. So I still haven't decided. Been thinking about doing something, maybe just grafting in a whole M-body underneath this thing and taking the spot welds off the A-pillar and the rocker, doing like a half rocker cut, and then taking out the whole floor pan or what's left of it, and then just sliding in a whole M-body, which we might do that. That might be the best course of action. So I don't remember how the passenger frame rail was in this thing, but if I was a betting man, yeah. Oh, no, it is there. I'll have to look at closer inspection, but it's got a good radiator support. Too bad it's for a small radiator, but it's far as the quarters, everything's pretty good. Just that one spot there, that's an easy fix. If it was 5 years ago, me, I'd just throw Super Coupe flares over that thing and call her a day. This side's good. This side looks good, I think. Nope, never mind. Got some holage. So, I'll fix that too. But, the plan is, this is kind of the inner redneck appealing to me. When I was a younger man, I used to set trailer houses. And for those that are familiar with the old trailer houses, they used to come on these things. And actually it's missing a plate. They were in the car. And again, like some other things that I forgot I owned. They used to be old single wides, used to get set on that. And they're adjustable. So, if we continue with the old grafting in the M-body approach, probably use those and get this whole thing all plumb and triangulated where you can and then shoot the other one in. But yeah, this is an accumulation of crap for 10 years for this car. So there's 4 interiors and a roll cage and all kinds of crap all over for this car. So, but yeah, that's it's kind of the gist of Old Blue. Yeah, that's the somewhat of a plan. I'll think about it more tomorrow and this week. That whole grafting in an M-body thing starting to look a little more friendlier and friendlier the more we look at the car. But I mean, we'll see. As of now, that's Blue. That's the work that needs to be done. So, see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned for part 2. As always, this is Dutch Guy's Garage. Always remember, they don't move until you do.